friendos, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. This video is dedicated mainly to my sister and for others like her. My sister in Florida wakes up and has to be at work at 5 a.m. at the bakery where she works. It's in the hot Florida heat. She doesn't have a whole lot of makeup, but wants to start investing in a small collection. What I want to do today is a challenge where I do my entire face of makeup in 5 minutes or less, with the idea that my sister can do a copycat of exactly what I'm about to do. But my sister said that she would like to be able to get all of her makeup on and looked fairly polished in 5 minutes or less. So I'm not going to prattle on, friendos. Let's just get into that challenge. Stay tuned. So to prepare for this, I've lined all my makeup up. I know exactly what I'm going to be reaching for. Now, if you're not someone in her shoes, friendo, that's okay. At the end, what could happen is you might see some makeup options that you like, and a lot of this will be geared towards longevity because she's having to stay in and out of a hot kitchen all day in the Florida heat too. The hours are long and hard and grueling. So a lot of the products that I will be using today will be with those facts in mind. Also at the end, I'm going to give a little bit of advice for those of you who might be starting out a makeup collection and what a few different alternatives could be for some of the products that I use. Okay, got 5 minutes on the clock. You guys see that? And now my phone's not busted. I just need to get a new screen protector. Oh God, I hit it. Stop! Okay, all right, 5 minutes on the clock and go. First, I'm starting out with my Becca Skin Love Primer. Since this is for my sister and she doesn't really have pores or a lot of hyperpigmentation, I honestly think that she could just skip on the primer. Or if she is looking for a primer that will increase longevity, I think that she could go with the Hydra Grip Primer. What's the brand, Polywog? Who does?
Milk.
The Milk Hydra Grip Primer. Okay. I feel like an essential here is going to be a foundation stick. I know she has the Merit stick and uses that every day, so good on that. I'm using the Faux Filter foundation stick from Huda Beauty. It's a little bit more high coverage and that's what I like. Okay. Then going in with the Han Skincare Concealer, I'm going to wait till the end to blend everything out. Okay. Now, I personally would contour my face, but since this is for my sister who is a size 2, I'm a size 10. I need that contour. I need to get rid of this double chin. She doesn't. She has very nice prominent cheekbones. So I'm going to say skip on the contour and just have her bronze. And I am taking this up and onto my eyelids. No eyeshadow primer today. Now, like I said, it's bronzer time. Oh crap, I don't have a brush. Oh, here it is. Okay. Now it's bronzer time. I have 2.5 minutes left. This is the Makeup by Mario bronzer. And what I'm going to suggest that she do is just dip into a huge bronzer and make big circles all around the perimeter of her face.
You know that Natasha Glam face palette might be pretty useful.
Mm-hmm. I might bring that one up. All right. Now for blush, this is just a flesh blush. They don't make this brand anymore, or this brand doesn't exist anymore. I'm dipping into that. And since this is for my sister, I'm going to recommend that she actually put this on about right here on her face and go more horizontal. I usually go more vertical, well, really more diagonal with my brush, with my brush strokes, because I want my skin to look a little more snatched. But like I said, she already has those good contours. She doesn't have to do any contouring to her face. And this right here will help elongate her face, make the cheekbones look a little bit wider since she does have a skinnier face. Okay, I've got 1 minute left. I'm going to use this House Labs paint. Any brush in front of me, I'm going to put this on there. And then for my sister, since she's kind of like me where she doesn't have a whole lot of eyelid space, I'm going to advise that she take it all the way up to her eyebrow, but not into her eyebrow. So just like that. I've got 36 seconds left.
Better put that lipstick on, bro.
Okay. Then I'm using the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. "12 seconds. Ah, okay. Not quite. But lastly, I'm just going to say lip gloss. And had I not been trying to talk while doing this, I probably could have done this in 5 minutes. I've got a little bit of mascara to clean up right here, and I'm going to buff out my eyeshadow a little bit better than what I did. So again, to my sister, it's okay. It's okay to bring it up high. And if you want your eyes to look bigger and longer, so to speak, because they're already upturned, you don't need to make them look upturned. One other quick, simple little tip that you can use is find you a dark matte shade. So I'm picking up the Jawbreaker palette. This is the shade Tasty. And then you want a brush with a straight edge. It can be a taper straight edge, but you want it to be thin like this. So go onto your lash line, pull up your eye, and try to get this as close to your lash line as you possibly can, and just kind of go out with that shade. You can just kind of dab it on there like this. Again, you're really just taking it more sideways than you are going up, but that'll make your eyes look longer. That will really make your eyes look more open and awake. Phew, that was intense, you guys. I've never done that before. So most of you probably noticed I cheated. I came in with my eyebrows already done. My sister has these big, beautiful, bushy boy brows. She doesn't need any sort of brow product to darken them up. However, if she were to use a brow product, I would recommend either the Patrick Ta, that's going to keep them nice and taut, or the Merit brow gel. So another option for my sister could be the Merit brow gel. That one will put a little bit of tint on your brows, but it's not that super glue hold. So those would be my two options if you're looking for a brow gel. Also, the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade is really good if you're trying to work in a hurry. If you are like me and your brows are kind of sparse and light, I would not recommend just using a plain old brow pencil, because I feel like it would take a lot of time to build up stroke after stroke. This isn't the most natural look, but it's one of the faster ways of doing brows. Then going back to it, as far as primers are concerned, I don't feel like primers are a necessity for everyday use, unless you are like me and you have the biggest pores on planet Earth. So I use the Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. This is hard to find. I think you'd have to go on Mercari or eBay in order to get this now, but it'd be worth it if you are looking for something that's radiant but won't emphasize pores. The Mineral Fill from Hourglass is a really good one too if you are looking for something that is radiant but blurring. I actually like that one a little bit better, but it is more pricey. I recommended for her the Milk Hydra Grip Primer. That one is really good if you are going to be sweating or out in the heat and you're just looking for longevity in your makeup. And of course, it doesn't take that long to apply, but is it a necessity for every day? Probably not. Then moving on to foundations. Today I used the Huda Faux Filter Skin Finish Foundation Stick. I like that one because I like full coverage. My sister is looking for more of a medium coverage, so she goes with the Merit Stick. Both of them are really nice and you can get your makeup done quickly. And if I'm being entirely honest with you guys, I'm not going to recommend that you go with a drugstore foundation. I haven't tried one that I've really liked. You guys know I usually dabble in the realm of high-end and luxury when it comes to foundations, so I just don't have enough experience to say, yes, go out and get this one, it's gonna work for you. I've tried a lot of drugstore foundations and they just have not panned out for me. So yeah, I think that would be one of the items that I would count on splurging on versus going the cheap route. I used my Han skincare concealer to go under my eyes today. This one is not that expensive. I want to say this was $16 or $18. It has lasted me a very long time. It doesn't crease and it is a medium coverage concealer. I also find that it does a really good job of blending with whatever foundation I put down, so that's why it was my choice today. I do have a whole video dedicated to my top 5 favorite concealers. You guys can go check that out if you are curious about concealers, but to be real, they all take about the same amount of time to put down and blend out, so I don't really feel like I need to provide a lot of recommendations for that. Now, I put this on in a rush. My Milani Anti-Gravity Highly Rated Mascara is a game changer. It is a drugstore price. It's not expensive at all, and it has a really good longevity. It's also really good at coating all your lashes very quickly. Again, I did it in 20 seconds, so it's not looking the absolute best today, but I think it could look a lot worse just considering the circumstances. So that would be my recommendation if you are starting your makeup collection and you don't have a really good mascara. If you are wanting to spend more money on a mascara though, for makeup and a flash, I would recommend going with the Gucci mascara. And then I also really like the Pat McGrath Labs Fetish Eyes Lengthening Mascara. That one is also really nice and it does do a good job of making your eyelashes look really long and pretty. I believe they now have a matte finish, but they definitely have a radiant finish as well. So just whatever you prefer. And then another option, if you are looking for something more radiant that is in the high-end realm, I would recommend Hourglass bronzers. They're just fabulous, like the best. And if you have yet to purchase yourself an eyeshadow palette, I recommend starting out with something colorful. That way you have room to experiment. I think Jawbreaker is a really good place to start. It's really a good bargain for the price. These do go on sale from time to time, so you can wait for it to go on sale or you can purchase it as is. But look at all these colors that you would get. And you still have your dark brown in here if you just need a dark brown for your lash line. So yeah, I think everyone should have Jawbreaker in their collection. I'm just gonna put that out there. And then before I started today, I kind of went back and forth on what I wanted to use on my eyes. Ultimately, I decided to go with the House Labs High Power Pigment Paint. I went with the gold one because it is shimmery pretty. It's not too much for work in the daytime hours. And the main reason why I picked this to show my sister is just for the longevity of this. Just being honest with you guys, this is a to take off. That could definitely be to her benefit considering that she's out there in the humidity. But yeah, the longevity on this is quite amazing. I don't really get glitter on my face when using that. And then an alternative to that could be the Jeffree Star Eye Gloss. Now this is Voodoo Glass. You guys have not seen me use this before on my channel. This is a good one. It's going to give you that same pretty prismatic sheen. It's not going to last as long, but I haven't gotten any glitter fallout. But this one to me is a little bit prettier. It's a little bit like more shimmery and sparkly. So just depending on how glam you want to go, you could pick one or the other. These have yet to go on sale, but I have the feeling they'll be on sale soon. And then as far as cream shadows are concerned, overall, like in that market, I feel like if you have a stick cream eyeshadow, it's not really going to save you that much time. At least I don't find that to be true for myself. I think it's good to just have a few good powder eyeshadow shades and be able to blend them out quickly. Like practice so that you can do it fast. Because normally when I use a cream shadow that's on a stick, I'm having to fit it onto my eye, go through like the different little crevices, and then I have to work out the product. And at that point, I might as well just be using powder shadows. So I think liquids, and if you have really good solid powder eyeshadow shades, I think that's the way to go. Then as far as blush is concerned, it's really hard to find a bad blush these days. There's so many good ones. I think Wet n Wild has some very pretty blushes. The Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes apparently are available on Amazon. Those are really nice. I've used those before. Also, if you're looking for something a little bit more upscale in a liquid formula, the Rare Beauty blushes are extremely nice as well. A couple tips if you've never used cream blush, one of the things that you want to do is test it to see how potent it is before you put it on your face, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. And then again, for my sister in Florida, so she has those big, beautiful cheekbones and a small, slender face. It's really flattering for her face shape for her to put it back a little bit and then go outward. So in a horizontal application motion versus a vertical or horizontal motion. That will help elongate her face. And then for lip gloss, I neglected to put one in front of me, so I just grabbed the Patrick Ta. Another good one would be Buxom. This is a good plumping gloss. It's called the Full On Lip Cream. If you're wanting something that's a little bit more nude, I would go with the shade Mudslide. It's kind of a brownie pink, and it's very light. These go on sale all the time at Ulta. A lot of times you can get these for half price, so I would just hang on till then. If not, it's 20 bucks. And I just realized that I never set my face. So, Friendos. And for bronzer, I went in with the Makeup by Mario bronzer. This one's not that expensive. It's a matte bronzer. If you want something that is a little cheaper, then you can go with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have two favorite powders now, and I really think that you should put your money into one of these two, depending on your style. If you want something a little bit more radiant, the Rare Beauty Soft Radiant Setting Powder. That one is exquisite. It's lightly radiant. It's not going to emphasize pores or anything, but it is a little bit more on the blingy side. And if you're looking for something that is just blurring, but more on the matte side, then I would go with the Dominique Cosmetics Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. I've been reaching for it all the time. Really does a good job of setting everything down. It hides little fine lines, it hides blemishes. It's a really good solid setting powder, so that would be my other recommendation, and that can be applied very quickly as well. And my sister brought up something because I don't normally use highlight. Let's say you are that girl, and even if you only have 5 minutes, you want to make sure that you have your highlight done. The Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette would have a lot of what you need all in one space. You'd only have to keep up with one product, and you would have your dark matte, you would have your shimmer shade, you would have your highlight, and then you would have your cream blush, and it's all fantastic quality. If you're looking to spring for something a little bit more glamorous, this is definitely one to consider. Okay, Friendos, I think that sums up everything. I know this video was kind of just like all over the place, but I was panicked. I had to get all that done in 5 minutes, and I still went a little bit over. So hopefully my sister, as well as yourselves, can glean some information from what I covered today. I really appreciate you guys clicking on my video and choosing to spend your free time here with me. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And if you have not done so already, please, Friendos, subscribe, because if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, have a great one. Bye.